Welcome back to Coins History. In this video, we'll uncover Jefferson nickels that are so rare, they could be sitting unnoticed in your wallet or jar, waiting to be sold for hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars. Coin 1. Imagine opening an old dusty box hidden in the back of a drawer, a family attic, or a forgotten safe deposit box. Inside that box, wrapped in decades of silence, lies a small coin holder. At first glance, it looks like nothing special. But the moment the light hits the surface just right, you see it, that unmistakable mirror-like shine, that flawless strike, that icy reflective glow that only the United States Mint's early proof coins possess. And that is when your breath catches, because suddenly you realize you're staring at one of the rarest and most valuable 5-cent pieces ever created in American history. The legendary 1939 Jefferson nickel from the original proof set. Thousands and thousands of collectors across the United States are constantly searching online, scrolling through countless listings, watching auction results, and hoping, just hoping, to find this treasure. They type the same phrases over and over again: rare 1939 nickel value, Jefferson nickel worth money, valuable U.S. coins 1939, rarest Jefferson nickels, proof nickel worth fortune, and U.S. coin collecting jackpot. Every one of these keywords leads them back to this one unbelievable coin, the shining star of early modern American numismatics. This is not a normal nickel. This is not a coin you'll find jingling in pocket change or hiding in the bottom of an old coffee can. This coin is a masterpiece, a precision-struck proof that was created with polished dies, highly detailed design work, and the kind of minting quality that the average circulation strike could never dream of achieving. Each proof coin from 1939 was struck slowly and carefully, giving it a sharp, almost jewelry-like appearance. And because the number of proof sets produced that year was extremely limited, each surviving coin has become a prized treasure in the collecting world. But here's the twist that makes this coin even more irresistible. 1939 was a transitional year, a year when the mint changed the reverse design of the Jefferson nickel. Some show the original reverse, others display the highly sought-after reverse of 1940. Combine that with the proof strike, and you have variations so rare that collectors will spend decades hunting them. And when one appears at auction, oh, the bidding wars explode. Dealers fight. Enthusiasts watch with pounding hearts. Prices soar to heights that seem impossible for a 5-cent coin. What makes these coins so dangerously desirable is their survival rate. Many proof sets from the 1930s were broken apart, mishandled, or exposed to air, humidity, fingerprints, and time itself. And proof coins are fragile, extremely fragile. One scratch, one hazy fingerprint, one accidental rub, and the coin's value drops dramatically. That is why a perfectly preserved example is so incredibly rare. It's like finding an untouched treasure from a world before World War II, before modern minting, before mass collecting. Collectors, investors, and enthusiasts chase this coin not only for its rarity but also for its beauty. The gleam of the mirrored fields is so sharp you could almost see your reflection. The frosted devices, Jefferson's portrait, the pillars of Monticello, stand out with icy clarity. When held under a light, the entire coin looks like it has been frozen in time, locked inside a glass surface that never ages. And that is exactly why coin lovers across the country search day and night for this majestic American gem. Auction houses love this coin because it draws crowds. Dealers love it because it turns heads and stops conversations. Beginners love it because it represents the dream of coin collecting, the hope that one day they will find a coin so rare, so valuable, that their entire world will change. And experienced collectors. They love it because owning one feels like holding a piece of pure American numismatic royalty. Every major coin show in the United States has one question echoing in the hopes of collectors: will anyone bring a 1939 proof nickel today? And if someone does, the whispers spread instantly. People rush. Cameras flash. Collectors gather around like they've spotted buried treasure finally unearthed. This coin is not rare. It is ultra rare. It is not valuable. It is incredibly valuable. It is not simply a piece of history. It is a once-in-a-lifetime masterpiece that could transform an everyday ordinary pocket-sized coin into a life-changing discovery. That if you ever find yourself holding a genuine 1939 Jefferson nickel from an original proof set, perfectly preserved, beautifully struck, and certified in top grade by a trusted grading service, then you may be holding one of the most desirable, most hunted, most priceless proof nickels ever made in the United States, and the potential value of this breathtaking coin can reach between $100,000 and $125,000. Coin 2. In the heart of the United States of America, where the history of American currency has shaped the dreams of collectors for generations, one tiny 5-cent coin stands taller, louder, and prouder than nearly every nickel ever struck. This isn't an ordinary Jefferson nickel. This isn't a coin that slipped through the fingers of shoppers in the 1950s. This is the legendary 1949 Jefferson nickel from the official U.S. Mint proof set, a coin so rare, so breathtaking, and so fiercely desired that collectors across the nation call it the hidden giant of American numismatics. Every collector who has spent years diving through rolls, studying mint marks, searching old proof sets, and exploring estate sales knows one truth: proof coins represent the pinnacle of mint craftsmanship. And in 1949, the U.S. Mint created proof coins with a level of precision that today feels like magic. Each one was struck not for circulation, but for collectors, dignitaries, and Americans who wanted to hold a piece of pure minting perfection. And among those beautifully crafted pieces was the 1949 Jefferson nickel, a coin that time has transformed into a national treasure. Think about the world in 1949. America was rebuilding. Soldiers were returning home. Families were growing. Factories were roaring back to life. And in the middle of this changing nation, the U.S. Mint quietly produced a small number of proof sets. They were made in low quantities. They were packaged by hand. And they were never meant for mass distribution. Most Americans never even knew they existed. But the collectors who did, they knew that proof sets held gems, and now, after more than 7 decades, the surviving 1949 proof coins have become incredibly scarce. Many were broken apart. Many were damaged. Many were lost in attics or basements or tossed away by people who didn't know what they were holding. Today, only a tiny number remain in top-tier condition, and those few examples, those shining, flawless survivors, have gained a reputation so powerful it has ignited massive online searches across every platform in the United States. People are searching non-stop for keywords like rare Jefferson nickel value, 1949 proof nickel worth money, rare U.S. nickels, most expensive 5-cent coins in America, valuable coins hiding in proof sets, and how to identify rare American nickels. And at the center of all those searches stands the same superstar, the 1949 proof Jefferson nickel. This coin is more than metal. It is a symbol of America's minting excellence. It is a mirror-finished time capsule. Pressed from polished dies, struck with precision, and preserved in the heart of a U.S. Mint proof set, it captures the beauty, the energy, and the ambition of the late 1940s. The deep, liquid-like fields reflect like glass. The frosted portrait of Thomas Jefferson stands out with dramatic contrast. The details of Monticello appear crisp enough to count every brick. And when one of these coins appears under a grating microscope in flawless condition, the result sends shockwaves through the entire U.S. coin community. Collectors become hungry. Investors become alert. Dealers grow anxious. Because everyone knows what is about to happen: auction battles, the kind of battles that coin collectors remember for years. The kind where bids rise faster than anyone expects. The kind where the coin doesn't just sell, it becomes the highlight of the entire event. Auctioneers raise their paddles, crowds lean forward, and the bidding jumps by thousands of dollars at a time. Not because it's a big gold coin. Not because it's made of silver. Not because it is encrusted with jewels. No. Because it is simply one of the finest surviving 5-cent coins ever created in America. That is the power of the 1949 proof Jefferson nickel. And what makes it even more thrilling is the possibility that one might still be hiding in an old proof set somewhere in the United States. Thousands of families have untouched proof sets sitting in drawers, in jewelry boxes, in safety deposit boxes, in military footlockers passed down from the 1940s and 1950s. Many people have no idea what they own. They don't know that a simple-looking nickel inside that forgotten case might be one of the most desirable American coins of its era. Imagine this scene: you find an old mint box while cleaning a relative's home. You open it. Inside is an original 1949 US proof set. Your heart pounds as you gently slide the coins out. The nickel catches the light. It gleams. The mirror fields shine so clearly you can see your reflection. The details look sharp enough to slice paper. You realize this isn't just a coin. It's a miracle. A survivor. A treasure that countless collectors dream of discovering. This moment could transform a normal day into one of the greatest finds in American coin history. No wonder collectors are addicted to searching. No wonder the US coin community talks endlessly about this nickel. No wonder people scramble to Google, YouTube, and TikTok looking up how much is a 1949 proof nickel worth, most valuable US nickels, rare coins hidden at home, and which nickels can make you rich. The excitement around this single 5-cent coin has captured the imagination of a nation, because the truth is undeniable: when this coin appears in the highest grades, the value is not just high, it is staggering. The finest examples of the 1949 Jefferson nickel from the United States Mint proof set have sold for extraordinary sums. These coins are not just rare, they are elite. They represent the absolute best of the best. And when collectors see them, they don't hesitate. They battle until only one buyer remains, and the final price, a breathtaking, life-changing, jaw-dropping $100,000 to $115,000. Coin 3. Today's video is going to take you deep into the world of United States rare coins, a world where a simple 5-cent piece can turn into a life-changing treasure. And the star of today's show is one of the most hunted, most searched, and most misunderstood gems in American coin collecting history: the 1952 Jefferson nickel from the official US Mint proof set. This is not your ordinary nickel. This is a coin that has stunned experts, electrified auctions, and sent collectors scrambling through old boxes, drawers, and dusty coin albums across the entire country. Imagine this. A coin that millions of Americans walked past without a second glance. A coin that most people thought was just another nickel. But hidden behind that familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson is one of the rarest proof strikes of the early 1950s, a coin so scarce in top grade that any surviving example in ultra-high quality becomes the center of attention instantly. This is the kind of coin that can transform a regular collector into a legend overnight. Let's start by stepping back in time. The year is 1952. The United States Mint was producing proof sets in very limited quantities, nothing like the mass-produced modern sets you find today. These proof coins were struck using polished dies and carefully prepared planchets, giving them that mirror-like shine that serious collectors crave. But here's the problem: many of these proof sets didn't survive the last 70 years without damage. They were opened, mishandled, poorly stored, or simply lost. Many were broken apart, sold piecemeal, or tossed into junk drawers where humidity and dust slowly destroyed their perfect surfaces. That's why today, finding a 1952 Jefferson nickel that still has flawless mirrors, crisp details, and that deep cameo contrast collectors dream about is nearly impossible. And that is exactly what makes this coin explode in value when the right one shows up at auction. But what makes the 1952 proof nickel specifically so desirable? It's the combination of rarity, survival rate, condition sensitivity, and the huge demand for early 1950s proof Jefferson nickels in the United States. These coins show every tiny flaw, every little mark, every fingerprint. If a collector touched the surface even once back in the 1950s, the damage was permanent. So when a coin grader sees one that has survived without blemishes, the value skyrockets. Collectors across America search relentlessly for this coin. People sift through inherited proof sets from parents and grandparents. They take old US Mint boxes out of closets, garages, and attics, all hoping to discover that perfect untouched 1952 nickel that slipped through history like a ghost. And yes, people have found them. That's why collectors stay obsessed. The dream is real. The treasure is still out there. Imagine peeling open an old proof set envelope from 1952 that hasn't been opened since the day it was mailed from the United States Mint. Imagine sliding out the plastic or cardboard holder and seeing that nickel, perfectly preserved, untouched by time, shining with that deep mirror glow. That moment right there is the kind of moment collectors live for. The kind of moment that changes your life. And now let's talk about the part everyone wants to know, the money. The real reason why this coin keeps people awake at night. The reason this coin is searched constantly on YouTube, Google, TikTok, and coin collecting forums all across the United States. The reason collectors are willing to spend big, very big, when a gem example finally appears, when a 1952 Jefferson nickel from a proof set reaches the highest category of perfection, when it displays that razor-sharp strike, that gleaming mirror finish, and that rare cameo effect that makes it look like a piece of jewelry, its value enters a totally different universe. This is not a coin selling for a few $100s. Not a coin selling for a few thousand. We're talking about a coin that commands serious auction attention, the kind of attention normally reserved for gold coins and famous rarities, and here's where this story becomes unbelievable. A top-graded 1952 Jefferson nickel from a United States proof set has reached a level of value so shocking that it can, quite literally, change someone's financial life in a single moment. This tiny 5-cent piece, when found in its near-perfect form, becomes one of the most profitable nickels in modern American coin collecting. Collectors know it. Dealers know it. Auction houses know it. And that's why this nickel is one of the most searched rare coins online in the United States today, because everyone wants to know whether their old proof set might secretly contain one of these treasures. So check your old boxes. Check your inherited collections. Check your vintage proof sets. You might be holding a coin that almost no one else has in top quality. You might be holding a piece of American numismatic history that could deliver a stunning payday, and now, the value you've been waiting for. The highest quality 1952 Jefferson nickel from a United States proof set can sell for $100,000 to $105,000. Coin 4. If you think a 5-cent coin is just pocket change, think again. Today, we're diving into one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in the United States, the 1960 Jefferson nickel from a proof set. This isn't just a nickel. This is a treasure that has collectors scrambling across the country, checking old coin albums, family heirlooms, dusty boxes, and long-forgotten U.S. Mint proof sets. And the value? Let's just say it's the kind of money that makes people do a double take. The 1960 Jefferson nickel proof coin is one of those hidden gems in American numismatics that few people even realize exists. Unlike the circulation nickels that changed hands in grocery stores and banks, the proof set nickels from 1960 were struck with exceptional care. Each coin received extra polishing, each die carefully prepared to create razor-sharp details, and every finish polished to a mirror-like perfection. These coins were meant to impress collectors of the time, but few could have imagined how valuable they would become over 60 years later. Here's the thing. While millions of regular nickels circulated in the United States in 1960, the proof set nickels were produced in extremely limited quantities. And over the decades, many of these proof coins were damaged, lost, or separated from their sets. The ones that survived in flawless condition are now incredibly rare, and collectors know it. A 1960 Jefferson nickel in top proof condition is no longer just a coin. It's a statement, a collectible, and a potential jackpot all in one. Collectors and investors across the United States are constantly on the hunt for this coin. People check estate sales, auctions, old bank rolls, and inherited collections, all hoping to find that perfect, untouched nickel. And when one surfaces in ultra-high grade, it ignites bidding wars that can get intense very quickly. Because make no mistake, the 1960 Jefferson nickel from a proof set is among the most desirable coins for U.S. collectors of early modern proof coins. The demand for this coin isn't just about rarity. It's about quality, history, and the thrill of owning something almost impossible to find. A perfect 1960 Jefferson nickel proof coin showcases the deep mirror fields, sharp details, and strong cameo contrasts that collectors chase obsessively. These coins are delicate, and even a tiny mark or scratch can drastically reduce their value. That's why people are willing to pay enormous sums when one appears on the market. But what is enormous? How much money are we really talking about for the rarest, most pristine 1960 Jefferson nickels from proof sets? Here's the part that keeps collectors awake at night and drives searches across YouTube, Google, and coin collecting forums throughout the United States. When a top-quality 1960 proof nickel reaches the auction block, it can sell for a staggering sum. The kind of money that turns a simple 5-cent coin into a collector's dream and an instant financial game-changer. Imagine holding that coin in your hand, a small, shiny nickel, minted in 1960, with perfect mirrors that seem to glow from within, sharp details of Jefferson's profile, and the untouched beauty that only 60 years of careful storage can achieve. That tiny coin could be worth more than your car, more than a year of rent, or even more than a college tuition. And that's exactly what makes this coin so fascinating. Collectors all over the United States are constantly searching for it, writing about it, and checking their old proof sets, hoping for the rare chance to own something extraordinary. Because when a coin like this is discovered, the excitement isn't just about owning a piece of history, it's about realizing a life-changing investment hiding in plain sight. So if you have a 1960 US Mint proof set tucked away in a drawer, or inherited one from grandparents, take a close look at the nickel. Examine the surface, the mirrors, the strike. You might be holding one of the rarest Jefferson nickels ever produced, a coin that collectors would pay a fortune for, and now, the moment every collector wants to hear. The 1960 Jefferson nickel from a United States proof set, in top-grade condition, can reach an astonishing market value between $80,000 to $95,000. Coin 5. Have you ever imagined holding a piece of history in your hand, something so rare, so precious, that it could instantly make you feel like a millionaire? Today, we're diving deep into one of the rarest and most coveted coins in the United States, the 1960 Jefferson nickel from the proof set. This isn't just a coin. This is a treasure, a collector's dream, and an investment that could change your life. The Jefferson nickel has long been a staple of American coinage. First minted in 1938, it honors Thomas Jefferson, one of the nation's founding fathers and the author of the Declaration of Independence. While millions of Jefferson nickels circulated over the decades, there's a special version that stands head and shoulders above the rest, the proof coin. And among those, the 1960 Jefferson nickel proof set coin is one of the rarest jewels in the world of numismatics. Unlike regular coins minted for circulation, proof coins are crafted with incredible care. The United States Mint used specially polished dies and planchets to strike each coin multiple times, resulting in an extraordinary mirror-like finish and razor-sharp detail. For collectors, proof coins are the ultimate expression of craftsmanship and quality. They were not meant to be spent, they were meant to be cherished, preserved, and admired. Back in 1960, the United States Mint produced a limited number of proof sets, each containing carefully selected coins for collectors. Over time, many of these sets were lost, damaged, or broken up. As a result, surviving examples of the 1960 Jefferson nickel proof coin are extremely rare. Today, it's considered one of the most sought-after coins among serious collectors, investors, and coin enthusiasts. So why is this coin so valuable? First, it's all about scarcity. The fewer coins there are, the higher the demand, and the more collectors are willing to pay. Second, the 1960 proof nickel is in impeccable condition. The surfaces are flawless, the design details of Thomas Jefferson's profile are crisp, and the mirrored background gleams in a way that only proof coins can achieve. Third, it's a piece of history. Owning a 1960 Jefferson nickel is like owning a tangible connection to the United States Mint and American history itself. Collectors and investors are constantly searching for this coin. If you look at coin forums, auction listings, and collector groups, you'll see that people search for 1960 Jefferson nickel proof, rare U.S. coins, high-value nickels, and proof coins worth thousands, more than any other mid-century nickel. And it's no wonder, because this is not just a coin, it's a potential fortune. Imagine walking into a coin shop or discovering an old family collection, and there it is, a 1960 Jefferson nickel proof coin, perfectly preserved. The excitement, the adrenaline, the instant knowledge that you might be holding something incredibly valuable. That's the kind of thrill that makes collectors obsessive, numismatists dedicated, and investors alert. Over the years, this coin has appeared at auctions, and the results are nothing short of astonishing. Depending on its condition and grading, a 1960 Jefferson nickel from the proof set can fetch prices that will make your jaw drop. And here's the part that everyone waits for, the money. A single 1960 Jefferson nickel proof coin can be worth $70,000 to $85,000. That's right, $70,000 to $85,000 for a coin that fits in the palm of your hand. This coin isn't just valuable because of its silver content, it isn't even silver, but because of its rarity, historical significance, and collector demand. In fact, it's a perfect example of how coins from the United States Mint can appreciate in value over decades. It's a lesson in history, investment, and the thrill of the hunt for collectors that if you're serious about coin collecting, the 1960 Jefferson nickel-proof coin is one of the top targets on your list. People search endlessly for rare U.S. coins, proof sets, and nickels worth thousands, but very few actually get their hands on one. And even fewer have the perfect condition coin that can reach the staggering values we just mentioned. Finding one of these coins today requires patience, knowledge, and a bit of luck. Many collectors scour online auctions, estate sales, and old coin collections hoping to find a hidden gem. And when you do find one, it's more than just money, it's a piece of American history, a tangible connection to the past, and a treasure that could instantly elevate your collection. To put it plainly, this is not just a nickel. This is a legend, a holy grail in the world of U.S. coins. Its combination of beauty, rarity, and investment potential makes it one of the most exciting coins for collectors and investors alike. And if you ever have the chance to own one, remember this, its value ranges from $70,000 to $85,000. In the world of rare coins, few treasures can match the allure of the 1960 Jefferson nickel-proof coin. It's more than money, it's history, prestige, and the ultimate prize for anyone who loves coins. So keep searching, keep collecting, and keep dreaming, because one day, that tiny piece of metal could become your golden ticket. Coin 6. Hello, coin collectors, history buffs, treasure hunters, and anyone who dreams of turning pocket change into a fortune. Today, we're talking about one of the rarest and most valuable coins in American history, the legendary 1965 Jefferson nickel from a proof set. If you've ever wondered which U.S. coins could be worth tens of thousands of dollars, then pay close attention, because this little 5-cent coin has a story that could blow your mind. Now, you might be thinking, a nickel? Seriously? How could a nickel ever be worth anything? Well, don't let its small size fool you. This isn't your everyday nickel you find jingling in your pocket. The 1965 Jefferson nickel from a proof set is an extraordinary coin, highly sought after by collectors across the United States. It's rare, it's beautiful, and it could be the centerpiece of any serious coin collection. Let's start with some history. The Jefferson nickel first appeared in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and featured the third U.S. president, Thomas Jefferson, on the obverse, with his iconic Monticello estate on the reverse. By 1965, the United States had just transitioned fully from silver coinage to the standard copper-nickel composition. That meant nickels like these weren't made for circulation with the same care, they were primarily struck as proof coins for collectors. And what makes a proof coin so special? Unlike circulated coins, proof coins are struck multiple times with highly polished dies. Every detail is precise, every edge sharp, and the background has a mirror-like finish that makes the design pop like a tiny piece of jewelry. A 1965 Jefferson nickel from a proof set is not just a coin, it's a miniature work of art, a snapshot of American history, and a collector's dream. But here's where it gets really exciting, proof coins from 1965 are exceptionally rare today. Most proof sets were stored in plastic cases, but over decades, many were lost, damaged, or improperly preserved. That means finding a 1965 proof Jefferson nickel in flawless, pristine condition is extremely rare. And because demand has skyrocketed among collectors in the US, this coin has become one of the most sought-after nickels in the entire Jefferson series. Imagine walking into a coin shop, or unearthing an old proof set from your family's attic, and discovering this rare nickel. Suddenly, that small, unassuming coin in your hand isn't just 5 cents, it's a potential treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars. Collectors and investors alike know that owning a 1965 proof Jefferson nickel is like holding a piece of American history that could also be a massive financial asset. The coin is fascinating not just for its rarity, but for its historical significance. 1965 was a pivotal year in U.S. coinage. The Coinage Act had recently changed how coins were produced, removing silver from most circulating coins, and introducing new techniques to strike proof sets. That means the 1965 proof Jefferson nickel isn't just valuable, it's a tangible link to a key moment in American monetary history. Collectors often go to extreme lengths to acquire these coins. Auctions, online marketplaces, coin shows, people spend months tracking down this elusive nickel. And it's no wonder. While regular circulated nickels from 1965 are worth only a few cents to collectors, the proof Jefferson nickel in perfect condition is in an entirely different league. It's rare, it's beautiful, and it's an extremely limited supply. If you're new to coin collecting, this is the type of coin that can ignite your passion. It's the kind of find that makes people fall in love with coins, not just for their history, but for the thrill of discovery and the potential for enormous value. And for seasoned collectors, it's a must-have for any Jefferson nickel collection. Now, let's talk numbers. Just one of these rare proof nickels can sell for an absolutely astonishing amount in today's market. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that could be sold for $70,000 to $85,000 in words. That's right, a single 5-cent coin could be worth more than most people's cars, a down payment on a house, or even a luxurious vacation. And that's not an exaggeration, these are real-world prices collectors are paying at auctions and through private sales in the United States. So, if you ever find yourself digging through old coin collections, inherited boxes of change, or even estate sales, keep your eyes peeled for that 1965 proof Jefferson nickel. It's not just a coin, it's a potential treasure, a piece of history, and a work of art that could literally change your life. Remember, the allure of rare coins isn't just in their monetary value. It's in the story behind them, the history, the artistry, and the thrill of knowing that you hold something extremely rare in your hands. And in the case of the 1965 proof Jefferson nickel, that thrill comes with a potential price tag that very few other coins can match. So the next time someone tells you a nickel is worthless, you can smile and think about the rarest of them all, the 1965 Jefferson nickel from a proof set, a coin that could sell for $70,000 to $85,000 in words. Keep collecting, keep hunting, and who knows? Your next nickel might just be the treasure of a lifetime.